Here, all right. So
This
we
man
are
has the Elden
live
Ring
now.
tower
What?
for
Yeah,
his
no, oh,
his
you peep
kitchen.
him, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened? Well, your
That's the
camera
that's the
timeless.
Tower of
I told
Madness.
you
What you
I don't
doing,
have
Timeless?
it.
No, you got a camera timeless. I know you
No,
got
I
camera.
don't.
You better attach your phone to it then. You better use your phone. God damn it. But but nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so today we are going to be talking about gaming, right? And by gaming, I mean just like general gaming. Okay, we're not talking about we love RPGs, we love action, and but we are doing a top three list of games we have played all time. Yeah, I think it's harder than the anime one because certain games kind of like it involved your experience with it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
ooh, it is tough, especially when you go through the years of like GameCube, Xbox, Sega Genesis, PS5, PC. There's all this stuff happening. So, okay. So I'm gonna see. Y'all got to start off. Y'all got to start. Thomas, you got your list ready?
Yeah, I got it right here.
I bet. I want
Okay,
you
well,
to
first
explain why
one.
each one.
Okay, explain why as well. All right, well, first, game of the year last year, Elden Ring, of course. Not, well, I would put it above the other Souls games mostly because of the open world aspects, but the boss designs, especially early game, were really good. All the lore and just Miyazaki's design is all that just doesn't ever not hit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Also, pretty tough learning curve, pretty difficult. Once you beat it, it feels like you really accomplished something.
Okay. Okay. Well, number two. What's number two?
Number two, you're probably gonna hate me, but I tried to pull from a couple of different how do you say categories. Number two is probably going to be League of Legends, mostly just because I have been playing the game for forever. Lots of content, very much easy to get in, or well, easy enough to get into, very fun at times, and plus the competitive aspect does bring it forward a little bit. And then number three is going to be one of my favorite party games, Super Smash Bros. Enough said.
Okay. So we're going. So there's not a bias. There's not like a focus in there. So you had Elden Ring, which is an open
Open
was it
world, hardcore
RPG, yeah,
RPG.
basically.
Yeah.
Then you had. My bad, I'm just gonna share the
League.
podcast out. Then you had League, which again is another RPG. So I mean, technically, you could say he's more focused on the RPG aspect of
I
it.
wouldn't say League's an RPG. I would definitely put it in the MOBA category. RPG has story elements. League of Legends doesn't really have a story element. If you want to put it into a more RPG-like category, I would
Mhm.
classify it as a roguelike, considering each game is different, and if you play with mute and stuff, then it just becomes a roguelike game.
I kind of look at it as like strategy.
Yeah.
Anytime I look at RPGs, the first thing that comes out to me is strategy. You need to
Strategy.
think before you do. It's not. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like you can even consider some of these like sports games as strategy, like football, because you have to consider stuff like that. But
Yeah.
overall, I like it. I like the list. I like even Smash Bros. You know what I mean? It's kind of strategy.
Yeah.
It's kind of strategy there.
Yep.
So okay, I like the list. I like the list. So I'll give you that. Jared, what about you?
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna start from the bottom up. So my number three on the list, ironically enough, Smash Brothers as well. I mean,
yeah.
shit, bro. You can't beat those times with all your friends
Mhm.
and y'all just beating the shit out of each other. And then there's the one dude's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, yo, Bob got 2 lives left," and everybody turns on him and tries to jump Bob because he's just corner camping.
Yeah.
When we say Smash Bros, are we going like everything? So Smash Bros, Melee, everything, right? So
Sure, it doesn't really matter which one.
I can't make that too easy for y'all, bro. Y'all gotta give me
All right,
definitive
okay.
one.
If it's gonna be definitive, it's gotta be Ultimate. The second one maybe like Melee, but Ultimate's definitely the best party game because of the item item choices and just the amount of variety between each games because of the 82 characters
Okay.
and all of that. So
Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll consider that. And then Jared, for you, what would it be?
Melee has the most nostalgia for me because that's when I played the most with my friends. But I don't know why I forget what the newest Smash Brothers is called. The one they still have updates coming out for it now. But that one, just because of the variety of characters that they've now added at this point, just makes it so much more fun because now everybody's getting like a little bit from every franchise at this point.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And what's your number 2? Let me hear that number 2.
Number 2 on my list, I gotta say Pokemon because as we know, many people were influenced by this game growing up.
Again,
Which one,
I can't
though?
make
Which
it
one?
easy. Which one, though?
The trading
If
card?
I would have say nah, bro. I never understood the card game. No matter how hard I tried, I
I
couldn't
didn't
get it.
either, dude.
I never
It's,
said
If I have to say
oof.
my absolute favorite Pokemon game, or I guess it would be Generation, it would have to be for me, Ruby and Sapphire. Like that was Ruby and Sapphire
Okay.
for me at the time. It was the biggest jump in Pokemon. They had new aspects of it. There's just new things. You love the starters, the game, the lore that they were in with the legendaries. It was just nice. And then if you take Ruby and Sapphire and sprinkle that with a little bit of Emerald, they added in the Battle Frontier, which was probably one of the best extra game activities you could actually focus and have to figure out how to do.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I mean, you gotta love it.
Okay. Let me hear this number 1. I gotta hear
Number
this.
1 for me, I gotta say Halo personally, because when we brought up, Halo was like I would say the biggest
Halo Reach or CE.
Halo CE,
Halo Reach,
the OG that came out. I still have it at my parents' house. The limited edition Master Chief Xbox with that luminescent green color. It still turns on. I tried it last year.
Nice.
It was just my absolute favorite first-person shooter. Me and my brother would play that game over and over again, going through the campaign on different difficulties. And for me, I love sci-fi shit. So 1, that just zipped me in immediately.
Yeah.
And 2, when I got older and I actually looked into the lore, they actually did a pretty damn good job explaining the science behind a lot of their shit. So they didn't just say, "Oh, it's sci-fi." All right, there go. They're like, "Nah," they explained the physics and everything behind a lot of their shit. So
Now I gotta ask you this question: how do you feel about 343's undertaking?
well, when they got it, it basically just
Okay, yeah, that's not everybody
Bungie
else.
had that shit unlocked, and then 343 was like, "Yeah, we got it." Nah, they fucked it up.
Yeah, okay.
It's just been downhill since they took over, unfortunately. I still love the franchise, though.
The fact you included Halo is pretty nice, though. I'll give you that. So I like this because, like, besides Smash Brothers, both lists are pretty diverse. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give y'all that. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all gonna hear mine, which is kind of biased because it has more to do with growing up than anything.
All right.
So number 3 is NBA Street Volume 2.
Bro. Yeah.
All right. NBA Street Volume 2 is different, bro. Like, and especially the fact, like, there was like countless nights where like me and my boys were just like over my house and just like, you know, trying to see who could beat who and stuff like that. Like it just hit different, right? And the fact that they have not brought that back is pretty ridiculous.
What was it, like the All-Star shot when you maxed out your scores?
Game breaker.
Yep.
You could break the rim and everything, bro. See, now this is what's hard with doing the top 3, because what was tied with it kind of was Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition Remix, but that's a whole nother story. Number 2, right? I'm gonna have to go with SmackDown versus Raw 2007. All right, the soundtrack was amazing. The work, like, even though like now we have superstars that actually look like them, it was good for its time. Like it was pretty decent. Your creator superstar was amazing. They actually had actual storylines that made sense. And I think that's when they started like more. This is when you could plug in an Ethernet cord into your PS2 and like try to play online, right? So and that and Mortal Kombat Armageddon, I think, was the 2 you could start doing that on. And then,
number 1.
Number one is the first Black Ops, bro.
Okay.
All right.
First,
All right.
first Black Ops. I cannot tell you it may be the nostalgia, but I remember coming home. And I wasn't even a
Hey
Black
man,
Ops
those
kid.
rose tinted goggles are strong. I can't lie.
Yo, let me tell you something. I wasn't a Black Ops dude. I wasn't a Call of Duty person at all. Like my friends had Call of Duty, right? I wasn't playing Call of Duty. I was playing NBA 2K11 with Michael Jordan on the cover. Shout out to that 2K. but my God, when I got on and it's like 6 or 8 of us from the neighborhood, right? And this is when we have Xbox 360 from the neighborhood, and it's snowing outside, and we all home from school, and we're just playing it like it's a Friday, and we're playing it until like 3 a.m. Like that kind of hit different, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie. So Black Ops 1 was definitely like my number one game of all time.
What was your favorite assault rifle?
You know what's funny? The FAL. Because the best part about the FAL, which was hilarious online, is I growing up with not Call of Duty, but like God of War and stuff like that, you button mash. Like you can press the button pretty fast. So I do the same thing with the triggers. And mind you, those trigger finger type of guns, those what's it called? Semi-automatic? Those semis, they hit harder than the full-on fully automatic. But you have to fire fast. Like you have to hit your target and fire fast. So multiple times I'm online and I'm just like 3-shot people, do. And they're like, yo, that motherfucker got a mod. I'm gonna report him. He has a mod. I have a mod. Like it was that, the effing FAL and the Mac 11. Nobody used the Mac 11.
Bro, I hated that guy so much.
Running around with the Mac 11, bro. And people were pissed because everybody using the same Galil, FAMAS, and all that stuff. I bust your ass with a Mac 11. That shit was lit. While everybody's trying to, quick scoping? Everybody's trying to do some quick scopes and stuff.
But the thing is with quick scoping, though, it actually, you had to try in Black Ops. So it couldn't just be any like 12-year-old at home after school who's quick scoping. It's like, bro, you need a skill to quick scope in Black Ops.
Yep.
No
doubt about it. So that's
versus now where anybody can just go like, yeah.
But I like those lists though. I like those lists. So we could even reflect on the nostalgia part of our list when I say this. What do you guys think is the issue with gaming today? What is wrong with gaming?
Okay. I actually have like a long ass list for this.
All right, no, go ahead.
At least for like, as my list, other than I guess League of Legends, is very not Western. It's very Eastern. Two of them are from Japan. So I think number one problem, Westernization standard and the Ubisoft formula. It's terrible. If you look at like, what's that game? Horizon? Is it Horizons? I can't remember what it is. But like, you know how you have like the compass at the top of the screen and you have like 40 million waypoints and markers? Like, what's the point of having that? Just like do it like Elden Ring did. Just have that, but then don't put anything on it. Have them explore the game itself. Like when I do play games that have that, I end up turning all of it off anyways because I just don't like the way it looks. I don't like being directed in my open world game. It should be open world.
Okay.
The second problem I have is all of the unoriginal content, all the freaking like re-releases and stuff like that. I'm like, just make something new, please. I'm tired of playing the same game that's released for the 4th time.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, that's a big one.
I'm not gonna lie to you with the re-release. I think the re-releases are fine. They're just re-releasing the wrong games in my opinion.
Yeah, like when they released, or actually, as you asked me today before this was live, I'm playing Metroid Prime, GameCube original. Metroid Prime Remastered just came out on the Switch. That was, from what I've heard, one of the best re-releases ever, but also it hasn't had like 4 different iterations before it was re-released. Like you had Metroid 1, 2, and 3, and Metroid 3 came out, or Metroid Prime 3 came out in like 2009. So it's been almost 10, 11 years before the remastered come out. But like things like Modern Warfare 2, the remastered or whatever, like there's been like 4 different remasters or for that crap, and I'm like, why? Just make a new title.
Yeah,
And
I think COD definitely shouldn't have remasters.
yeah, like they just need to make a new title and then it'll be okay.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I have to say is all the broken promises and subpar experiences, especially things like Star Citizen, where they say they're going to release and then it gets pushed back 3 years. That's one of the most egregious things, or one of the most egregious titles that do it. But there are other titles like what was the most? There was a game that released recently that was just unbearable to play for like the longest time, and I can't. A lot of these things are coming off.
Halo Infinite.
Halo Infinite, that's one. Yep. There you go.
Bro, I'm gonna get into that. Bro.
Yeah. So let me spout my fucking shit first. Okay, Halo Infinite. 1, no multiplayer or no split screen campaign, even though they promised it. Number 2, the campaign was kind of dog shit anyways. Again, that goes back to my first point of the westernization standard. I don't want it to be directive if it's an open world. And the third thing about Halo Infinite was they tried to make a party shooter competitive, and that's where it died. The other thing is Forge, but Forge recently came out, so I can't really hold them against it too hard. But like,
how do you release a game without a campaign? They released it with bare bones multiplayer. There was like literally 3 game modes of multiplayer and no campaign. They're like, oh, we're working on. What the fuck?
Yeah,
it's like that was yeah.
So with that being said, like if we're talking about the campaign and multiplayer, do you think now that everything is just being so focused on multiplayer that they forget the quality of the game itself?
Yeah, dude. Okay. Recent release, Hogwarts Legacy, one of the best games released in the last like 5 years.
Yep.
It's completely single player. There is 0 multiplayer aspect outside of mods. Okay, I have to point that out because they're releasing multiplayer mods or whatever. But again, a single player experience, completely single player.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best games. Again, there's no Ubisoft formula in it. You'll have like a couple waypoints, but that's literally the only waypoints you put down are the ones that you see. So it's like, oh my god. Anyways, yeah.
So here's my thing when it comes to this stuff, right? So we can even look at these open world, what's it called, battle royales, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Fortnite and what was the other one? Playground.
Players Unknown Battlegrounds.
Battlegrounds, yeah. When those two hopped on the scene, it was basically unique, right? Like everybody's like,
yep,
like wow, this big massive multiplayer, like basically arena. Like everybody just goes around killing people. There's cars, there's this, that, and the third. And then games started to just go like
everybody wanted one.
Everybody just wanted to have a
they actually canceled Titanfall 3 to release Apex Legends.
And mind you, Apex is fine. Right, I think Apex is fine. I mean, are they? And you kind of see like Apex now is shifting towards quality control and trying out TDMs now. Right, they're like trying out different modes. You know what I'm saying? For the issue I have though is like, remember Fortnite had a campaign, but people just didn't play it.
Yeah, because one of the things with Fortnite's campaign and why it fell through was because you had to pay like $30 for it. Yep. And then there was like, I think $60 of DLC. And then for the Battle Royale aspect, there was the Battle Pass, which you had to pay like $10 every 3 months for. So it was just a money hole.
Mm-hmm. So legit. And you know, when you kind of look back at these games back in the day, I don't know if any of y'all play 2K, but before 2K used to be a quality game.
Yep.
And it used to focus on your experience of the game, right? That's how it used to focus on. Your My Player was somebody who is only about your NBA career, right? and what you did in it. That was it. Now it's so focused on multiplayer that you can't play your My Career unless you're connected to the internet. Because you can't, because your stats need to be updated, right? That's how they view it. Your stats need to be updated. And when you're in My Career, even though you may not even want to play with people and stuff like that, your My Player has to go out into the city now and interact with folk. But guess what? The city can't exist if there's no internet.
Oh wow.
Right?
I think so. They did that, but also there were games that were doing that before. One of the most notable ones was Genshin Impact. I think they released in like 2016. Genshin Impact was one of the most notable single-player online worlds, and I was like, what the fuck is the point if it's single-player? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I think Genshin Impact definitely standardized that, and then Ubisoft and sorry, I fucking hate Ubisoft, so I'm gonna bring them up every time there's something bad that happens. Ubisoft definitely also standardized that, especially in the Western worlds.
And then we could just speak on the DLCs. Every single game has DLCs upon release. Also, like literally pre-order this and you can get this DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you just put that in the game and release another DLC probably like 10 months down the road? Like before, DLC used to be this is a finished game, and then if you like another part, like another thing added to your game, here you go, right? But then we look at things like Destiny, right? Destiny 2. Destiny 2 apparently is still going strong. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Destiny 2 has a very strong player base.
I did not know that. But what do I see when I buy Destiny? I see DLC pack after DLC pack of everything, and I'm
it costs like $240 to play the entire game.
They also need to be fair. They need to stop reskinning shit. That's what drives me crazy about them.
Yeah.
Like, because every time it's like, oh, new world, it's the same enemy, but now he's wearing a backpack. And you're like, huh? Wait, but that's the same guy. Just like, nah, bro, stop reskinning it. Make new enemies. If you're going to keep adding DLC, please make me new enemies.
It's just, it goes back to the re-releases. Just make a new title. Same difference.
And games are now, in my opinion, because they're unfinished and because we go off DLC, it's a money grab, right? Yeah. I'm not speaking on microtransactions yet, but it's a money grab because you knew the game wasn't completed, but you promised it at this date. And then you mind you, every game now is $60 to $70 now.
And you're giving me a broken game.
Yeah, like
just 5 years ago, games were $50.
I feel like live service games were probably one of the worst decisions to make outside of multiplayer, because like especially this new Pokemon game, it's like it was borderline unplayable on release, but Nintendo was like, we'll just fix it later. You know what I mean? And I think that's the problem with it, is this, we'll just fix it later mentality. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But like on top of that, in my honest opinion, if you look at what's in the DLCs, oftentimes it is literally just a continuation of the story. Right? It's not a side quest or anything like that. It's a continuation. And then, who was it that I think who was it that emphasized DLCs? I want to say COD. COD kind of shifted to microtransactions, especially with the whole battle pass thing and all that stuff. But I think back then, if you really look at it, most games didn't have DLC because the game was completed. You didn't have to worry about the game. The game was probably like $40 to $50 on release. And I think the biggest robbery is that the explanation for this is, yes, you have to play the programmers and all that stuff, and then you have to pay packaging and whatnot to get out there. So why is it that the same price for the hard copy is the same price as the online retail? Because you don't have to do packaging and stuff like that for the online retail.
Right. It should be cheaper.
It should definitely be. It should be almost immensely cheaper.
Battlefield, bro. We haven't been talking about the most recent Battlefield. That was a shit storm.
2042. Oh yeah, dude. You know, after Battlefield 2042 released,
Oh,
you know what the
yeah.
funny part is? Freaking
Okay, man.
Battlefield 1 and 5 had a spike in players.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, I thought that was really funny.
I came in
Battle-
just to start on the Battlefield topic, but I got beat to it.
Oh yeah, nah, because me and Kev was playing Battlefield at the same time, so
Dude,
go off.
Like high school, I remember it was me and my boy Justin. We played Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4.
3.
We'd run into the game, me and him solo squad. We'd be fighting for top. I'm like, yo, this game's fun as hell. New Battlefield, I picked it up. I'm playing it. I'm like, that the game? That it? Like we got 1.5 maps.
Literally.
Oh, we got 200 people playing. 99.9% of them are bots. I'm like, bro, this game sucks. Like,
But there's a tornado though.
There's a tornado.
Don't forget about that tornado, bro.
Like, and I think another issue with games nowadays is like, I know you guys did your top 3. I missed your guys' top 3, but like, if we're being real, your top 3 video games, I bet you none of you were like, oh yeah, the graphics were insane. That's why I love this game.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
No.
Like the most played game in the world.
Define
The top 2 games of all time are Tetris and Minecraft. From a visual perspective, those games look like trash.
They are literally blobs.
Hey, those shaders
Literal-
on
they are
Minecraft
literal
go hard.
blobs.
Those
That's what-
shaders
no,
on Minecraft go hard.
It's not even like flame. It's like it's low quality, and that's what makes the game work. Like game designers are so like, we have the face of the person. You can really zoom. Like I don't give a shit. Make them a 2D figure that don't talk. You know what game was
Like
sick?
Callisto Protocol.
Lego Callisto Protocol was fun. I will say that.
Lego
But
Batman
that's what I'm
was
saying. Like the Lego Star Wars cracked. Didn't have
Oh,
voice
yeah.
actors. It was literally Legos. Played that game for hours.
I have like 2,500 hours of that
That's what I'm
game.
saying. It's just
If you make a good game, it doesn't matter how it looks. People are gonna play it. and they're
people are gonna
play
play a game no matter what. RuneScape still
RuneScape.
exists.
Yup.
RuneScape, prime example. You load that game
Oh,
up, you're
yeah.
like, this is garbage looking. But then you play it and you're like, I
Yeah,
play this
this
shit
is
for
pretty
hours.
fun.
I ain't gonna lie. Hold up. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just off the RuneScape one. When we re-downloaded RuneScape, it was fun because I played it back when I was a teenager. But then I realized, oh snap, RuneScape is pretty easy, and
It's
I
just a
started losing
grind.
interest.
It's
I
just
started
a
losing
grind.
interest after that. Like before, when you don't know what you're doing, it's like, oh my god, this game's hard. Like I
There's so
need
much
to get to
stuff.
levels. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
now it's like, oh, I just had to do this. like
Yeah.
sometimes I replay games because I want to see what I missed out as a kid and stuff like that, and I realize, oh, this game actually wasn't even hard. This game was pretty easy. This is all I had to do, though. You know what I'm saying? But like Kevin's saying, though, I think we're people now are just going more into the graphics. Everybody wants 4K,
Yeah,
but don't have 4K TVs or the facilities of
There's
having
a-
4K. But my thing is though, is all these games want to get pushed out fast for multiplayer without realizing the experience for the multiplayer itself.
It's not
You know what I'm
fun.
saying?
It's just not
Stop
fun.
rushing the games.
You try to do like the innovative approach where you're like, we gotta keep adding. We gotta
Yeah.
reinvent the wheel. Like prime example, Halo 1, bomb. Halo 2, they were like, clean it up. Halo 3, clean it up even more. Halo Reach, add a little something to it. Halo 4, they were like, and you can grab onto walls and jump up. It's like, all right, that's a useless fucking feature.
343 is when Halo 4 kicked in. That's
what I'm
when it
saying.
went down.
Oh, yeah,
No,
solid too.
that's but like this, and then I'm gonna use Call of Duty as another example with like what was the advanced mech suits.
Yeah.
They were like
Infinite Warfare.
Infinite Warfare, one of the worst Call of Duties by like most people's standards.
Literally.
Like,
Well,
a lot
I
of
think
people are
Infinite.
wall runners.
People who replay Infinite Warfare actually don't think it's a bad game. It just was released at the wrong time. There was better futuristic shooters, and that's when Call of Duty Infinite Warfare came out. But as a standalone, I think Call of Duty Infinite Warfare isn't as bad as everybody thinks it
It's
is.
because you gave
It's Call of
people
Duty,
something they
though.
didn't ask for, though.
It's Call of
You know what I'm
Duty.
saying?
Yeah.
Like you're
You're right,
changing.
yeah.
You're changing what the game is. Like I know what
Yeah.
you're saying. Like if no other Call of Duty game came out and Infinite Warfare was the thing, yeah, it'd probably be a half decent game. We're talking about COD. Call of Duty, the best Call of Duties. Let's go through them. It was Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1 and 2, and then like COD 4. Those are people's like top Call of Duties.
Yes, literally.
They
It's-
We didn't
What
want
do
to
you think about the new Modern Warfare then?
Modern Warfare 2. I mean, I played it. I did.
He already got his diamonds.
No, I haven't yet. I got too lazy. I just didn't finish that. Like, it's just Call of Duty. You know what I mean? But like the problem with like the newer Call of Duties is there's like so much customization you have to do. It takes away from the gameplay for me.
Literally.
Like, oh yeah, I gotta tweak my gun. Oh, what's the best build? Like he used to be like, yo, throw a red dot
Which
on that.
one was
bitch.
it? Like Call of Duty Vanguard? Oh my god, that shit was so bad.
I don't want to have to work just to play my game. I just want
Yeah.
to play my game.
And that's like the UI nowadays in video games is the most tilting thing on the planet. Like the Call of Duty menu, it's like click into the gun, go into the gunsmith, go into the specific barrel. Like the old remember the old ones? It was like, all right, perk 1, stopping power, perk 2, sleight of hand, perk 3, steady. You know what I mean? You didn't
Here's
have
a
to
grip.
like,
That's it.
and like you could see the progression. In this one, it's like you got to click in, and then you got to click in again, but then you can get lost. And then when you get lost, it's over. And if you accidentally click the wrong thing, you go to a different gun. Literally, this is what like you click in, and it's like you click instead of clicking, you click into gunsmith. If you accidentally like move the air, like hit the arrow button, it's like see you're on another gun. It's like what the hell is the point? Like, dude, I just want to shoot people. But instead, every 5 minutes when I'm leveling up these guns, I'm like, all right, where's the suppressor? I put on every single gun. Where's the red dot sight? I put on every single gun. Where's the stock? I put on every single gun. Give me the extended mag.
Look how simple this was. Look how simple. Oh my god.
That's Black Ops 2, right? Yeah, Black Ops.
This is Black Ops 2. Look how simple it was.
That's
just
even
to
more
get the
complicated. That's even more complicated than like Modern Warfare 2, where it was really like click, click, you were done.
I'm trying to find the Black Ops 1 version. Though.
Black Ops 1 was literally like just grip, like different scopes,
Yeah, but different
laser
grips.
sights.
Yep. And but now it's just like I get it. We want to like add more customization, like it's fun and stuff. But then it's like, okay, that dude just 2-shot me. Why did he 2-shot me? Oh, he has the best like so and so. Like we usually just bitch about guns. Now it's like, oh no, the gun sucks. But if you put all these attachments on it, it's actually just a laser beam.
Yeah.
That just kills the whole fun of the game.
It's like, dude, all right, I want to go quick scoping. Like, what do I have to do? Like, hold on, I gotta clear the gun. I gotta put on a certain red dot. I gotta.
It's like
the
if
barrel.
they took Fortnite and then added attachments to it. You know what I mean? Like one of the main one of the better aspects about that is that there's no gun customization. You just have the random aspect of it being green, purple, or gold or whatever.
Like even
That's
even
what
look.
That's what I'm saying. That's like what it is. Like,
Yeah,
it could be serious. Like your damage gets decreased slightly, but like your recoil goes from like a laser beam to like I can't fucking see anything now, and it takes an extra bullet to kill people. Fortnite was the downfall of video games. I say it.
I'll talk about League of Legends yet.
We didn't.
Not really.
We're gonna
it
bounce
was
back to
my
it.
number 2, but
I came in a
you good, brother. You good. So my thing is right. Fortnite. Fortnite was a decent game in my opinion, right?
it was definitely the player base that killed it.
You saw, even now, Jared. We see what happened when they re-implemented no build mode because
flying back
because Fortnite was fine. I mean, you added a couple things. I remember, me and Kevin was there when they added the carts, the shopping carts. And
I did like the story.
Went down the hill and stuff like that. That was cool. But now, well, before the no build mode, you implemented a playground mode where people spent hours upon hours learning how to build fast because they saw Ninja do it or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So now, when you shot one bullet, motherfucker built the Eiffel Tower, right?
And then you shoot one leg and it all comes down and they die.
No, but the way they built it, you had to shoot those
like
legs
quadruple
for a long
stat.
time.
Yeah, it's like quadruple stat. Yeah.
So, and my uncoordinated ass, even though I'm a better shooter than homeboy up there, he gonna kill me because he got the high ground now with so much defenses, and I'm just here with my little wall and ramp.
Wall ramp. It was all body wall ramp.
Wall ramp was the shit.
Wall ramp.
I built a wall.
and I feel like that's when the downfall happened. And people can say, yeah, it's skill diff. Fortnite is a shooter where you can build stuff, not a building game where you can shoot people. There is a difference, bro. So Fortnite realized, and which I kind of like that they did this, right? It kind of showed that they listening. They was like, yo, listen, we're losing people because of this. So let's make a mode where people can't do this no more. And what happened? Everybody started playing Fortnite because there's no build mode. Now it's only shooting. It's only shooting. Now, do they still got silly guns and stuff? Yeah.
But I mean, that's just part of the Fortnite brand.
Exactly.
Right.
It's cartoonish. Like, you know
I
what
don't
I'm
know. I think the Fortnite brand turned into like, holy shit, we got so many little kids playing this game. Like, how do we keep?
Well,
these
that's just the
crackheads
community,
interested?
not really like the brand.
I don't think.
I mean,
that's the community because that's like who they
Yeah.
ended up like pushing it to.
Right.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
yeah.
Fortnite's literally getting sued because they like the way they like promoted skins. Like was it Fortnite that started the battle pass? Like who
Yes.
started the
It
battle
was
pass?
it was Fortnite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fortnite.
was
Fuck
Fortnite.
Fortnite. Like Call of Duty is a prime example of like you have this battle pass, right? And it's like, oh, I gotta pay $20 to then level shit up. Like, bro, what? Wait, what do I want to work for this shit for? I just gave you $20. Give me my shit. It's like so counterproductive.
Yeah.
A prime example of trying to hide. Are we gonna jump into microtransactions now? Are we just gonna?
I mean, I guess
Alright.
that's a good
Well,
transition.
I don't know if a lot of people noticed about but Battlefront 2 with DICE went through hell because what happened was DICE was like, you know what? Not only we're gonna have microtransactions, we're gonna lock all this shit behind a paywall, and if you pay, the shit you unlock is broken. And bro, there was actually a whole lawsuit against DICE in Battlefront 2, and they had to chop all of that, remove all that content from the game. And they have like bare bones microtransactions now. And then DICE was like, you know what? You took away our money. Fuck you. And they abandoned the game. They left Battlefront 2 now. Now it's just there. They're removed. Oh, they're not making any more DLC. There's bare bones support. They got butthurt because people are getting tired of them getting like shut out behind a paywall. It was literally turning into pay to win. And they got jumped for it. And they said, fuck you, we're leaving then. Fine.
It's like go ahead, Don.
I think that when games put out that it's not pay to win, they're just like cosmetic and stuff. I think that's a bold-faced lie. Let's be real, okay? Because think about this, all right? I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna keep it Fortnite, right? I have my generic skin. Cool, you can see me. You get an all green skin or the Hulk or something, and you hide in a bush. Who is going to be seen more?
It's like when they say, "Oh, it's cosmetic," and then release like a ghillie suit. It's like, is it really just cosmetic?
At the same time, though, they will put out like the glowing pink person.
Yeah, I mean, that is
Like,
true. Yeah.
Just how
Like
swagged out you are.
anytime you think you hit like a piece of their armor, nah, sorry, it's cosmetic. You didn't actually hit.
Yeah,
Your box is
R6
still the
did
same.
that with the Rick and Morty skins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, my
It is
God.
a return on investment. but it depends on
Vegeta,
your
I
game.
did it just the other day with Vegeta. Vegeta got a big ass head with long ass hair, right? I ain't for the hair, you know. I thought that was part of his kit. It's not part of his kit. Right? It went through the hair, and then that's it. Like I couldn't hit him.
No,
Yeah.
microtransactions are supposed to be a sprinkle on top. So, for instance, Fortnite is a free-to-play game, right?
Yeah.
So they technically, you could say, they need microtransactions to feed their game to keep it going.
That's
but a
fine.
game like, say, COD or like League or any game that's not free to play,
Mhm.
Don't talk
I
about that
paid
game.
you for the game already. You made
Yeah.
DLC. I bought your DLC. I'm giving you money already.
Elden
Yeah.
Ring. Look
Elden
at
Ring.
Elden Ring.
They just teased their DLC finally. Just teased it now.
Because they were like, they said they would only do a DLC if the game did well, and surprise, surprise, it did well. So now they're making a DLC.
It was a full game. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And it's
there's
a
already a
free
full
game.
game there. Like the
That's how it
DLC
should
is
be.
only just a sprinkle on top. It's only to drive the story of Elden Ring's world a little bit further. It's
And
not
you-
there to flesh out the rest of the game.
And
Dark
you-
Souls 3 had DLC so much later on. They finally like,
Yeah.
all right, we're gonna add 2 more. Here's
Like
one.
2 years later?
2 years later, they said, here's one DLC. And then they're like, oh, in like 8 months, we're gonna drop another one. And they're
But
on fire.
You
They're
want to
so
know?
great.
You want to know who took the microtransactions and just put it to a whole new level? NBA 2K. Right, I'm gonna let you know now because I have it right. NBA 2K.
Sports games are bad. I know the sports games are real
NBA
bad.
2K is like $60, and they have like DLC versions, right? Not even DLC, but like, oh, you can get like a go-kart or something like that for another $20 or something like that, right? Cool. To level your player up to the bare minimum, which is 85, before you have to grind, costs about $50 to $60.
That's
right?
it. Oh.
No, that's to level up your character, not the game anymore.
Dude, I got
So you
yeah.
So you already spent $130 on 2K. Ready? Now, say you want to take those points and go, you know what? I don't really like my character anymore. I want to delete him and put on another character. Psych, it don't transfer. It doesn't transfer. You now have to do what you did to that other character. It got so bad that they had to put a mission in 2K that lets you get another character to a 90 overall just because you did that mission. But it's an annoying mission because you have to keep finding Rodney 2K, who's like the spokesperson for 2K. You gotta keep finding him, and you have to grind through the game in order to achieve it. Like and then on top of that, they did a comparison, I think, to like 2017. They're like, how in the hell are you creating inflation in a video game, bro? How is inflation in your video game? Why is one VC now worth like 50 or 70 back then? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's
FIFA.
ridiculous.
I remember. So FIFA 2012 was big when I think it was like a sophomore or junior, and like you had to buy packs, but to play Ultimate Team, you also had to give your players like fitness cards, so you had to keep them in shape. Probably they cost like the currency, but you could also buy like the currency to get packs, and like the packs was just all random. Like I remember, this is how KSI blew up, just opening packs, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, like freaking out on stream. And like I'm thinking about, I think I put $20 in that game. It was a fucking grind. And then when I would go up against a team with like a cracked player, I'm like, bro, he either got that out of pure luck or he dropped like $200 on the game. And I already paid for it 60. So I'm like, oh, is it, Mom? Can I get some more Microsoft? Like, what the like? And that's just how it was. Like my team was just out of shape like every single game because I couldn't afford the fitness cards.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So we got 20 minutes left.
League, we doing it.
And Jake wants us to talk about it.
Yeah, I never heard of that game. Is that any good?
Season 3 was the best season, in my opinion.
So
You could do whatever you wanted.
I only started playing on season 8.
I'll give my takes.
Can I start?
I'll give a take. Let's all give a
Well,
take.
Kevin's about to fight. I know that.
It's not gonna fight. Like I think I like not playing it for. Let me see. How long has it been now?
It's probably been about 2 months.
It's 2 months. Yeah, since the beginning of the year. I literally made it my New Year's resolution not to play League. Hey,
That's I've played maybe like 15 games
Today.
this entire year. No, this year. Like yeah.
College be kicking ass, bro.
so I've been playing League since my freshman year of college, so 2015, 2016, and like the start of League was like, oh, this is this new thing. All my friends are playing it, and that's what gets you. All your friends are playing it. So you're like, oh, it's free. Like, oh, I could just jump in. I don't know why a friend would recommend this game to anybody. Like, I literally don't at this point in time. Because I'll use you guys remember Songbird. I literally like new player to the game. Like I'm teaching her from the beginning. Like not really the beginning. Like she understood like basic concepts. It was like every single game I was explaining something new to her. And this was over like a 50 game span.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, bro, are you serious right now? And like it kind of like it didn't wear me out because like I enjoyed teaching her the game, but it was just like, bro, there's so much to this stupid little. I'm like, don't use reward right away. Hold on, wait 2 seconds because the jungler's probably gonna come level 3 up. Here's the jungle. Ah, fuck, we're dead. She's like, what? What? Or I'm like,
it's definitely
these
hard.
are conversations.
Like,
Duncan knows.
playing with somebody who's new to the game because you're thinking for you and the person you're teaching. You're thinking for 2 people. And that's what makes it so much harder than the other games that you teach other people. Because, like, for most other games, it's not as mechanically thing. It's just like, oh, yeah, you can think for yourself. And usually what you think is the smart decision is the right decision. But League of Legends, it's like, nah, you got to think for you and your partner. And it's like, what the fuck?
It's just like, it's a constant, like, understanding, like, new shit. And, like, I peaked Platinum 1. And this is like, and I understand the game so well conceptually. I just didn't have the hands or the mental to stay in the game. But then I was like, when did I have the most fun with the game? And I was like, it's probably when I was running 5-man flexes and we were just goofing around in normal games.
Yep.
The problem is though, the goof around normal games, it's like a 1 in 10 when you get that perfect goof around game where you either like kind of stop him or you're just fucking trolling each other.
Yep.
The other 9 is you just ripping into your friends because they just like they literally like. I use Jared. Jared sometimes like he go 0-3 top, and I'm like, it's over. I can't play the game anymore. I'm down bot lane. I got 4 kills. Great. Here comes this Renekton. Prowler's call. Swoop swoop. See ya. I'm like, yo, that was fun. That was fun. I like. There's so many games. Where,
I get yelled at too much for that shit.
there's so many games playing ADC where it was just like, I'm either winning so hard in lane, and I'm like, all right, cool. We ahead. Then it's like, the 1-0 Annie's like, and full combo, you're dead. I'm like, that was a fucking blast. So glad I could enjoy that. Or it's the other way. I'm getting stomped in lane. Enemy ADC's popping off. And then Dunk is like, boo, like one shots her. I'm like, all of a sudden, the laner who was stomping me, I'm like, she's better than me. She's a better ADC than me. And I'm like, oh, now you just dog. Like, like welcome. It's like, so that's like very few games where you're like, and even the games you win, like I'm sitting over here sweating. If I had to work for a game, it was like the worst experience of my life. 9 times out of 10, I'm fighting for my life. I'm dodging everything. I'm kiting perfectly, and it just does not matter. That probably is because I switched to ADC, but like even the other roles, I just got bored of them. And I think League of Legends peak was when I was sitting there and I was playing the game and like I see somebody else play a champion. I'm like, ooh, that looked fun. Let me pick that up. Like I try it for a couple games. I'm like, it ain't really my thing. Or I'd be like, oh, I like this character. I'm gonna keep playing it.
Yep.
And then I got to the point where I was just like, man, I'm out of chance to play. Like there's like 2. Like to maybe come back. And the only reason, like, I saw Tyler one playing Draven. I'm like, Draven. And then I'm like, Jhin. Like that's like it. That's like the only 2 I would care about. So instead, like League has turned into this like, it's so optimized.
Sweaty.
It's so No, yeah, Jared, you're correct. It's so sweaty. It's so optimized. It's the same problem with Fortnite, where it's like the game is no longer playing the game. The game is like. And you guys know this. This is the shit I would yell about. I'm like, why the fuck are we 4-man in bottom lane? Like, somebody just fucking split bot. We take the bear. You know what I mean? Like, in my head, this is all I'm thinking about. And I'm like, why am I thinking about this for 30 minutes? The amount of knowledge I have on this stupid fucking game, it's insane how much I know about League of Legends. I can tell you when every lane matchup levels up to 2. I can tell you basically when they level up to 3. I can tell you who's going to win the 2v2 at what point in the lane for almost every single bot lane now. And it's fucking useless. You know what I mean? Like outside.
And I think that's probably why you hate playing with me, because I literally just brain off most of the time.
Look,
Like,
and
just
that's
go with what I
that's
want.
my problem with the game is like I know to win, I have to fucking think. I gotta work, and I enjoy winning. But the problem is we start losing when people just aren't doing the things I think they should be doing from like a micro standpoint. I'm just like why do we fucking try? So then I turn my brain off and I amp my ass off because I'm like, all right.
Like so on my end, right? Even just today, just today, I finished my rank promos, and I got fucking gold 1, but it's fine. And one thing I noticed in every single one of my rankings, every one, it wasn't even like one didn't do it. It was an ego trip. Every single one. And the way League is set up is if I'm angry, I need you to be angry. That's how League is set up, bro. Because I kid you not, this is literally 2 games ago. Mind you, I finished 0-1-27 as Crash. We got the dub. There's a Blitzcrank and a Ziggs bot lane. That's their team. It's me and Sivir, our team. We kill Blitzcrank level 1. He refuses to come back bot, and he's just like shitting on mid and top. Mid and top are like, why aren't y'all pushing him? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? I'm like, we chilling. Ziggs ain't getting no farm. He's not getting no experience. We good. Y'all dog shit. Da, 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 da. I'm like, we good. Like, I'm not. And then Ziggs on the other team is like, oh, it ain't gonna help y'all to save and freeze lane. Like, you got to go help them. I told Ziggs, no, I'm good, because I know what that means. I do it to people too, where you need to. You are mad that I'm staying in the lane and freezing you out. That you're trying to get me to leave, and I get that. Right? We end up winning the game. Everybody somehow becomes happy, hunky dory at the end, but it's like. You spent 20 to 25 minutes shitting on your own teammates, right? Who didn't say anything to you, right? And you went 0-7. And never once did I say, damn, you suck. No, right? I'm just like, I'm gonna leave you alone. I know you doing your thing.
I don't care if people talk shit. Like that's fine. Like I have no problem. NA's mental is like horrendous.
Yes.
It's like, hey bro, can you ward that? Go fuck yourself. I'm running it down mid. I'm like, my bad, bro. Like in the game, like I legitimately do not care if somebody gets on the game and goes, why don't you just unalive yourself at home? And like, I'm gonna have sex with your mom. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. But then he carries the game. Guess who's not saying anything? Me. I ain't reporting that guy because he played the game. I don't care how much shit you talk. Do not care how much trash you talk. You could tell me the worst fucking thing on the planet. We get the dub. Next. You trying to win? Cool. It's the people that are like, my ego is so big, I'm gonna just not play this video game for 30 minutes. Go fuck yourself. And I'll be honest, at the end of my league career, I literally got to the point where I was just like, cool, we just all right, I'll be in base. Like, don't even like I'm over it. And like that's the point people get to, where they just no longer care about winning the game because the community as a like
it's horrible. It's horrendous.
I think it was 2-3 seasons ago, whenever I was one trick in Ornn, playing Ornn top, I was in my diamond promos 4 times. 4 times. Yeah. I do not think in any of those 4 promos, I lost 3 games where it was just like, oh, hard fought battle. Great time, everybody. Like, you know what I mean? Like I just lost 3 games. It was like, I got disconnected from Champ Select. I get into the game. My top laner's like full send. Got it. I'm out of here. See you later. My jungler disconnects. Oh, sorry, thunderstorm. Like, okay, great.
I think Legend like purposefully does that, especially in promos, man. I think it's its own fucking problem with promos.
Timeless got buried in by a snowstorm again. Like that's the shit that happens.
Damn,
bro,
like that's what I'm saying. But it's like, and then League is a game where like one teammate, like a 4v5, like winning a 4v5, it's probably happened. Like we've probably done it like what, twice? Maybe
just us?
No, you know what I mean though. Like winning a 4v5 when like you're down the teammate. It's like beyond rare.
It's hard, but
it's very doable. Yeah. Right, but it's like
you need everybody to pay attention.
But that's the thing. If that fifth player is running it down, like not just like AFK, you cannot do it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
the game is so much like it takes 5 players to win. It takes 1 player to lose a game. It's literally 1 player to lose a game.
As soon as it becomes 4v6, the game's over.
5 to win, 1 to lose. That's crazy.
Because I mean, like
that's crazy.
In our group, I'm probably the worst league player. But I remember, like, when I was getting into gold, I had a player, like, we were in champs, so, like, everyone's choosing, and one guy's like, oh, Ragnarok Doom, bro, you're in your promos. You're not winning these. And I'm like, what is he talking about? And then he literally just walked on mid and fed. And I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, how did he know you? What'd I do?
Yeah, like, you ain't winning. I get that all the time.
Do something about this, please.
My boy existed.
And it's funny because like they don't get banned
and
either.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. I mean, I literally, before I stopped playing the game, I told like 4 different people to end their lives, and I literally was like, hey, don't do that. You get a warning. Hello? Like, what the fuck? Yeah. If I run it down 50 games, like Tyler 1 is literally on stream going, this man has inted 30 games in a row. Riot? No. It's like, look, he's still playing games. He's still playing games right now. But me going, hey, buddy, you're actually like below scum of the earth. Why don't you just blow your brains out for everyone and have a good life? I actually don't like. I think I said, do everyone a favor, end it now. I was like, just be done. I was like, do everyone a favor, unalive yourself, and just go on. And I'm like, that's toxic.
Promos, bro. I'm sorry.
Should I have been banned? Absolutely. Did I? No. I can log on to League of Legends now, and I would still have the. Hey, you were really mean that other game. Can you not? Like, who fucking cares what I type? It's like there's a fucking mute button. Oh my.
Yeah,
Holy
and the
shit.
thing about it is it you log into the game for the first time and it all chat is turned off. You have to go into the settings and find it to
You gotta
turn
go
it
out of
on.
your way. You gotta go out of
You
your
got
way.
yeah, you gotta go
You gotta
so
go
far
out of your way to get
go
flamed.
find it, bro.
You gotta go out of your way to get flamed.
That's why I
like,
And
also
then you
miss the
report
tribunal.
people for flaming you. Just leave it off. Just leave
just
it
turn it
off.
off, yeah.
Bro,
But
when
no,
they
it's
had-
like the
Getting
same people who
cyberbullied,
report
just turn it
other
off.
people. The same people who report other people for using all chat are the same people who use all chat to say that shit. You know, so it's like a freaking. It's the worst double-edged sword ever.
right? Well, they shouldn't have gotten rid of the tribunal. That was one of the things I actually did like when you could actually review like report cases and they would give you RP for it. So it was like, oh, this person got reported for offensive comments. It's like, all right, what did this guy say? N-word, N-word, N-word. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's guilty. Or it's like, oh, this
Yeah.
person said this.
And
you
CS:GO
see,
did
they
that for a
literally, you
while,
could literally see
too.
the whole chat of the game. And they're like, oh, they said this. It's like, no, they didn't. All right. Nah, it's good.
CS:GO did that for a
Go
while.
fuck yourself,
So-
and then you like watch the game back, and the mid laner run it down. You're like, yeah, that guy deserved to get.
Yeah, exactly. It was
So-
fair. It
He
was
could-
a
he could-
fair
We
judgment.
banned the mid laner. Like,
So-
That's what I mean.
So we got 4 minutes left. So it's not enough time to do it, but we could definitely do it on the next episode involving gaming. I'm going to show you guys here. So we are going to
Dragon Ball Z in it.
make a tier list for video games.
Oh, Lord.
Bro, we got this 4
You're
minutes.
gonna try to find them, bro?
No. So this is the 100 greatest video games apparently. Right? That's what it
Oh, by sales probably.
Put it in the
is.
bottom.
Probably.
I see it.
So-
I'm staring at it. 4th row, second to last on the right, bottom tier. See it.
But it'll take a while because 100. So
That might be
honestly, we could do it for the next episode.
We might just have to do a special episode for that shit.
that might be his own thing.
Yeah.
So honestly, and then I want to wrap it up with just one thing. If you could pick any game to re-release right now, the only thing that's updated is the graphics. Everything else stays the same. What would it be?
Oh shit. If okay.
So mind you, quality is the same, right? Like
Yeah,
how
gameplay
you
is the
remember it.
same, just better graphics.
Better graphics. That's it.
Oh fuck. I'm looking
what's
through
the
my
whole game
fucking
on?
library right now, bro. I don't know.
All right, so I'm gonna go with. I was gonna say Halo 3,
Mhm.
but no, I'm gonna go with a game Lost Planet. I don't think
That was the ice planet, right? With
Yes.
the giant bugs.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
I hear you.
I just remember. I remember I played that game. It was like a third-person, over-the-top shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Very not Gears-esque, more like long-range combat.
Hmm.
I played the fuck out of that game with my dad, and I just remember we had so much fun playing it. It was like a very good like there was like grappling hooks. And when this game come out, I gotta find it. Hold on, I gotta find
It
this.
was.
It's an older game, and it had like good it had like good movement. And what year did this come out? 2012. Like for a 2012 game, very good game. I remember being younger. I thought the game. Oh no, that's about right actually. Like it was like 3D. You could grapple hook around. Like it looked good for its time, but like with a visual update and like same mechanics, I could see. And like if you like customize more things, like a Forge-esque thing, I think that game could be very fun to play. And the campaign was sick. You like running around a giant mech most of the time.
Half-Life. Ooh, Half-Life. That's a.
They said Half-Life.
Yeah.
Half-Life.
All right, what about you, Thomas and Jared? What's going on with it?
Shit. Okay, it's got to be either. Okay, this newest Lego Star Wars fucking sucks, so I'm gonna go with like the the complete saga. But if it didn't have to be that one, I would probably choose Elder Scrolls Morrowind.
Elder Scrolls. That's a good one. That's a good one.
And
Like Oblivion up again.
Yeah,
Mr.
I
Gerard?
was just playing Oblivion like the other day, but oof.
Mr. Gerard?
I'm actually kind of like jump on what Kevin said. Actually, what I wanted as a combo, I want Halo 3 remastered, and Halo 3 ODST remastered personally,
That's a good one.
because
ODST
it was because when I did 1 and 2, I was like, yes, I love these games. And you saw the Jurassic Jump, but then they were like, yeah, they left Halo 3 and ODST, and I'm like, yeah, come on, sprinkle some of that magic, bro. Come on.
Honestly, just don't touch it. Just leave it. We don't fuck it up. It's kind of like also how I feel about it. Like I know what you said. Like I want the game remade, but I'm like, it's good. It's just leave it. It's
only
good.
gripe with the remasters that they did, they changed the fucking music, and that irked me a little bit.
I'm hoping
that irked me just a little bit.
I'm hoping that this Metroid Prime remastered is gonna be the new standard on how to remaster games. If you haven't seen it, I would suggest looking up some YouTube videos over it. But like, it's literally just like Metroid Prime, just modernizing the controls and making it look so much better. Like, I hope that is the industry standard for remastering games in the future, because it literally didn't even add any content, maybe like 1 or 2 things. I haven't actually watched the whole thing, but my older brother loves the Metroid series, especially Metroid Prime, and he said it was probably one of the best remasters that he has ever played out of any game, out of any like title. So it's like, I hope that becomes the new standard.
Okay. I'm going
Crash Bandicoot.
DBZ Budokai 3. That's definitely it for me. Like, it was already good quality in my opinion in regards to that. Like, updated graphics will be pretty good, but the ultimates remain undefeated. Everybody like Tenkaichi 3, everybody like Xenoverse, but ain't nothing beating the dramatics of Budokai 3's ultimates, bro. No, and it's one of the first ones where you could like Ultra Instinct yourself and do the Matrix on people's like strikes. I'm just saying. So definitely Budokai 3 for me.
Elder Scrolls? What? They released a trailer.
They just released the trailer.
Oh, it wasn't a gameplay trailer. It was just them releasing a concept using the new engine. It didn't. They didn't actually confirm or deny that that was like the game. It was just a concept.
It's been like 10 years, bro. Come on, man. What y'all doing?
And just remember,
look at Skyrim, still one of the most played games in 2023.
Because the modding community is goated for that game.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro.
That's the thing.
Everything on it.
I think mod support needs to be.
Just remember for the re-releases. So we have Metroid Prime being re-released, and if anybody else has played it back in the day, Mega Man Battle Networks, the whole series is being released as well.
Oh shit!
Nintendo Switch and PlayStation, I believe. I think Xbox as well, but yeah. So those are definitely getting played. That's all I'm saying. I still gotta finish this Fire Emblem. But yeah. So that's it for the podcast, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Definitely need to. The next topic I gotta think about too. I'll put it into Discord for the voting as well. But yeah. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Of course. If you guys want to plug yourselves, go ahead. I know Thomas has his YouTube channel. Jerry got his YouTube channel. Mr. Logs over there is the accountant. So, just plug yourselves in. You know what I'm saying? For anybody in the future that watches these videos.
Yeah, twitch.tv/therealkid. Hook me up. See me later. I stream a decent amount. I'm funny. Might look a little different. I don't know.
Yeah.
Check out my YouTube. Also, the real kid.
Shut the fuck up.
If I ever get on another show, I swear to God, I'm plugging Nugget on everything.
Don't you dare.
Hey, yeah. I'm just posting clips right now on my YouTube, but hopefully I'll have some actual like long form YouTube videos soon. I don't know. It's just how college goes, so we'll see what's going on.
I got you. Mr.
Easy. You show take a nap.
My bad. You can catch me on YouTube making silly voiceovers at WhackVA on YouTube. My shit will pop up. I haven't uploaded in a while though, but I'm still making shit. You gotta
start uploading, brother. You gotta start uploading on TikTok, on Twitch, on YouTube, everything, bro. Get yourself out there. Twitter,
TikTok. I found out people are cheating, bro. They've been like. TikTok was supposed to be just like, oh, just record and do something silly. Now it's like, nah, I got my whole editing all my sound effects. And then I uploaded on TikTok. I'm like, bro, y'all cheating. That's not it, bro.
That's how it is, though.
Y'all cheating.
Yo, TikTok just needs one. You just need one video to go viral, and you're good. You're going to have thousands of followers just off one video.
True.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's it.
All right.
This is me.
So that was my fault. I didn't end the stream, so peace out, y'all.